So I've made a short presentation, and hopefully, let me share my screen, and hopefully it will answer a lot of the questions and people have. Okay, how to read your annual secure property tax bill. And this is how the tax bill looks like. Every year we do change the color just to make it easier for taxpayers to identify what each fiscal year is. This is the front page of the tax bill. And this is the back page of the tax bill. Every year we do have this a little important information about the secure property tax bill. The top portion of the bill includes the fiscal year. And here, to make it easier to understand, we kind of number each section. The number one, it's the bill, the secure bill, the fiscal year. And the taxes are collected for the fiscal operations of the county, public schools, incorporated cities, and most other governmental agencies within the county. The property address is the situs address or the legal description of the property. The three, it's the assessee. So it's the owner of record as of January 1st. This is the annual assessment date for property taxes. So if the ownership has changed hands since the assessment date, the new or the latest owner of the property is responsible for paying the property tax bill. This APN here, the section 4, it's for our office. It's easier to track our mailings if we have any return mail, what APN has been returned. So it is a 10-digit APN number that is made of the first 3 numbers are the map book number, the second 3 are the page number, and the last 4 are, the other 3 are the parcel number. The mailing address this is the latest address that it's on file from the assessor's office. If it's not correct, it's very important to contact the assessor's office to update it. The property assessment is the assessor's valuation on the property as of January the 1st. So usually people get confused when there's a change of ownership. I pay more for the property. Why is it less, or vice versa? It's the assessed value as of the January 1st of that fiscal year. The net value is the difference between the current taxable value and any exemptions. So on the second half of the bill, it's the levy and assessment information. On the yellow, where it has important messages to taxpayer, this area of the tax bill provides important information specific to the property owner and will state whether there's any delinquent taxes owing or if a senior exemption exists for certain parcel taxes. The TRA is a tax rate area in which the property is located. The TRA is a group of taxable properties that are shared the same set of special taxes and assessments. And so you can always you can always use the TRA to look up the 1% property tax allocation on our website. The CORTEC number it indicates that there was a third party that has requested a copy of your bill, usually a bank or a mortgage. Default, this is very important because if there is a number there, it means that there are prior year taxes owing on the property. And if the taxes are not paid within the 5 years from the default year, which is the first 4 digits of the number, here it's 2013, the property will become subject to the tax collector's power to sell. There is a payment plan available, if somebody wants to start the plan before the 5 years. So on 12, special taxes and assessments, these are additional charges placed on the property tax bill. These charges are not based on the assessor's valuation. So if you want information on each of the bills, there is a phone number on the side that you can contact them. And we also have information online that details the listing of the levy and the bond by phone numbers. The ad valorem taxes and assessments, The charges are calculated by multiplying the net value as of the January 1st of that year by the tax rate area. Here on if you see the asterisk on the special taxes and assessments, that indicates that there's a senior exemption. So the list, and we do have a listing of parcels that do offer senior exemptions on our website. The 1% county-wide tax, it's the tax amount which is the general 1% tax rate levy against every property in the county. And here the bonds, this section right here is voter approved construction bonds taxes that are levied against a property. And the taxes are based on the net taxable value of the property as of January the 1st. So the total amount due is the total amount due by, that must be paid in full each, for that fiscal year. And it's split in 2 installments. I've included, we always get questions, well, what is special taxes and versus ad valorem taxes? So I've included this additional handout, to explain what the special taxes are and what the ad valorem taxes are. On our website, you can view the allocation by searching by the tax rate area or the situs address. And you can go to www.cctax.us where your taxes go. This second installment coupon is used to pay the second half of the tax bill. If you are going to pay the first and the second installment, you do need to send both stubs to pay the amount in full before the first installment is due, which is no later than December 10th. We always encourage, if you want to sign up for e-billing, we have the information, and you'll if you sign up for e-billing, you'll get an email reminder of when the bills are due. The pay this amount is what's due by the due date. Second installment is due February 1st, but it doesn't go delinquent until April 10th. So you have that grace period. And make check payable to Contra Costa County Tax Collector's Office. The PO box is we use that. That's our lockbox drop off. And if you do have the coupon, you can mail the coupon with your check to the PO box in San Francisco. And we always recommend write your parcel number on your check. This section here, it's what's due after April 10th. It includes the 10% penalty plus an admin fee. And that amount will stay till, it must be paid before June 30th, or there will be additional interest. We'll start calculating after, July 1st. The first installment coupon includes, it's here we give you the option, save time, pay online. There's different options to pay online, which I'll mention it in a bit. And the due date on the first installment it's always due November 1st, but it goes delinquent by December 10th. This is the amount to pay, and same thing, like this shows that it was paid when it was paid. But if it wasn't paid on time, it would give you an amount here, what would be due after the December 10th deadline. This sample that I have, it's from the internet, so it does say internet copy. Excuse me, change slides too quickly. If you do not have the stub, you need to send we have the mailing address where you can send your check, or even to mail payments for the installment plan or a tax penalty relief application.
Louis, in a normal year, can people walk into the tax collector's office and pay it in person?
Yes, And right now, based on circumstances, we only take appointments only, and it's only cash payments. So we're limiting right now the individuals that do come to the office, but yes.
Outside of a coronavirus year, what would be the normal procedure? Could you bring a check to the finance building or some other negotiable instrument
Yes,
to be there? Okay, it's just
yes,
because of coronavirus.
correct.
It's
We do
cash
take,
only.
yes, cash, checks, money orders, cashier's check, credit cards, debit cards.
Okay.
Yes. And so yes, that would be our PO box. If usually sometimes, you don't get a tax bill, you can mail it in, or like you said, you can drop it off. We do have a drop box available now that you can drop off your check. And we always encourage, write your parcel number on the check, because sometimes the stub and the check can separate. So it's helpful to have that information. This is the information in the back of the bill. And the assessment review and appeals information. The assessor establishes the assessed value of your property. So it's the full cash value may be interpreted as the market value. So if you feel that the property assessed value is too high, you have the right to an informal review by the assessor or his staff. So we provide the contact information for the assessor's office. But it is very important to remember that, property taxes must still be paid on time, before the delinquent date, regardless of the review status. So the reduction in assessed value, if an informal agreement cannot be reached between the owner and the assessor, the owner has the right to file an application for the reduction in assessment with the County Assessment Appeals Board. And applications can be filled, with the county clerk. So there is a process, and sometimes it does take time, but we always, mention to the taxpayers when they call us, make sure you do pay the taxes. If the value does drop and there's a refund, then the taxpayer will receive the refund. And here's the methods of payment. And in a normal world, there is in person, by mail, online, by phone, or home banking. There is a third-party service fee if you do pay by credit card or debit card. So in person, like you were asking Sue, we do take cash, checks, credit cards in the finance building. You can mail the checks, cashier checks, money orders. Online, we do take credit or debit cards. We do have a payment scheduler that it's available to set up in advance, and it's a one-time payment for any date up and including the delinquent date. So it makes it easier for individuals. By phone, we take credit cards, debit cards, e-checks. There is an interactive voice response service. We don't take payments. Staff do not take payments over the phone. And we're only taking payments over the phone for secure taxes. In home banking, we do receive a lot of bill pay, but we do recommend that you do set up the bill pay no less than 5 business days prior to the delinquent date, because it does take the bank some time to process those payments. And there is a property tax postponement for senior citizens or blind or disabled persons. We do have that information, same in the back of the bill. It's a state program, and it allows eligible homeowners to postpone payment of the current year taxes on their primary residence. The applications are accepted between October 1st and February 10th of each fiscal year, and homeowner does have to apply every year. And funds, it's on a first come, first served basis. So once the funds are depleted, then, the homeowner, even if they qualify, they won't get the funding. There are certain requirements. And they have to be at least, like it says, 62 years old, blind, disabled, owner, occupied by, primary residence, total income of less than 45,000, have at least 40% equity in the property, and not have a reverse mortgage. We do, the state does check if they have prior year taxes. They will call our office. Even though they are delinquent taxes, the owner will be responsible for the delinquent taxes because the state does not pay any delinquent taxes.
Louis, is there a fee to postpone your property tax, assuming a person would qualify?
There is not, well, the state will charge a 5% interest.
Okay.
They do file a lien against the property.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
And I think that was probably the last of your slides.
And then
Oh, no, we got
one
more.
more. Yes. And so we always encourage, sign up for e-billing and save time, pay online, because sometimes we don't get the payments. And so, we encourage taxpayers, sometimes make it easier, get those reminders and pay online. So
Thank
that's
you.
the end of my yes.
I want to go back for just a moment to the slide on the tax rate area, if you can. That's something that we here at Cocoa Tax hear a lot. Yeah, the 1% countywide tax.
Let's see.
And there it is. And that's, if you were to go online, you could see a copy of your tax bill at the Treasurer Tax Collector's office. But this is, and now it's on the same website, but it's a different link. It's from the Treasurer Tax Collector's homepage. I think it says, where do my taxes go?
Yes.
Or where your property tax dollars go. And then there's that area where it says tax rate area allocation. And I see it there on your slide. Somebody can just put in their tax rate area from their bill or their address, and it will give you the second page, which is on the right side of the screen, which is the breakdown of that 1% area. Frequently, we talk about that 1% countywide tax as the Prop 13 tax. So it's everybody in Contra Costa pays 1% of their assessed valuation of their property according to their assessment. And then this is how all those monies are allocated. They don't all go to the county. They don't go to your city. They don't go to transportation. They don't go to the water companies. It's all these different places. And it's not a set formula. It's different amounts for different places. And I think this is where people get a little bit confused about why am I paying so many taxes? But this really explains where the money is going. And I appreciate having this available online.
Yes, that is correct. If you get a chance, go to our website at www.cctax.us. There is a lot of information.
Great. Well, I want to thank you very much, Louis, for spending this time with us and preparing this video and putting it together and then presenting it to us. We will be sharing this information with as many people as possible and hope they get a better understanding of how their tax dollars are used. I want to thank Russell Watts, the County Treasurer and Tax Collector, and of course you as well, the Assistant Tax Collector, Louis Lopez, Contra Costa County. Contra Costa Taxpayers Association wishes you well. We hope you are safe. We hope you are happy, and we hope you are well informed.
Thank you
for tuning in.